Alright, so on this video we're gonna demonstrate how to calibrate the left side radar on these 2022 Subaru Ascent. We have the reflector position in the back. Can you put what it is? We just did the calibration on this vehicle. We're doing this video to put it all together, okay? So that's the position. Can you turn the laser on that thing? On the reflector? Okay, I'm gonna try to put this video together and hopefully I can do it successfully, okay? So we have the reflector at that mark. Can you show the mark on the other side? That. And then the other mark underneath the vehicle. Okay, and the other one in the front. Okay. And so now we're going to command the calibration with the scanner. I'm going to try to put on this video the other procedures that we did. So that's going to be included here. The measurements we're going to get from this point. Hopefully we can, yeah, we can zoom in there. Okay, we're going to mark this point right on the floor, like you can see here. Okay, that's one. Vamos a marcar esta punta. Este punto lo vamos a poner en el piso. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and take another measurement, which is going to be this screw right here, which is right behind, right next to the muffler. Okay, to the exhaust pipe. So aquí enseguida de la pipa del exhaust, ahí está este tornillo, lo vamos a encontrar y lo vamos a marcar abajo. Okay, then we're going to set two measurements, well, three actually. First one's going to be for the reflector. Reflector is going to be 601.5 millimeters, which is 23.68 inches from the floor to the center. So el reflector va a ser 601.5 milímetros o 23.68 del piso al centro. Now, the interesting thing is going to be here. We're going to take two measurements. One from this point that we marked out on this direction, and then another one from here on this direction. So what we're going to do, we're going to use a measuring tape from here to here, and then we're going to use our tram gauge from here to here. We're going to show you how we're going to do that, okay? So vamos a usar el metro de aquí a aquí, y de aquí para acá vamos a usar el tram gauge. So distances from here to here where they intersect, this should be 4,678 millimeters, and from here to here where they intersect, it should be 1,818 millimeters. So de aquí a aquí vamos a tener 4,678 milímetros, y de aquí a aquí vamos a tener 1,818 milímetros. Ahí están las medidas por si quieren usar pulgadas. Okay, so we're going to go to the vehicle to take measurements, and these are going to be the specification. If the deviation is going to be in this direction, that means that it's a positive degree. If it's going to go in this direction, it's going to be a negative degree. Okay, so we're going to get into that at a later point in the video. So si está para acá, el grado es positivo. Si está para acá, el grado es negativo. Vamos a enseñar cómo están las medidas y continuamos. Pónselo ahí. A ver, Alex. Okay, so what we're going to be doing right here, Alex is going to hold that measuring tape underneath the vehicle. On the video that we just recorded, it shows where to obtain that mark from. So you just hold it right there at the mark. Yeah, you got it? Right there. Okay. And then we're going to come this way. And we're going to show on the measuring tape. Let me see the measuring tape. There you go, like that. Hopefully you can turn it this way. Like that. So hopefully you can see that mark. That's 4,678. No. 4,678. That's what it was, right? Yes, 4,678 millimeters on the measuring tape. And on the tram gauge, we have 1,818 millimeters. So the tram gauge is going to be over there on that mark that we got already, and where they intersect, that's where we're going to mark our floor. Okay, so that's how you obtain that mark, and then we're just going to position our reflector. See if I can get it from here. That thing right there, that's where we're going to put it. That's where we're going to position the thing, okay? So, en esas marcas es donde vamos a instalar el reflector y continuamos con el video. As a reference point, if you're doing it right, hopefully I'm doing it right, you should have approximately 1,500 millimeters. That's 1.5 meters from the corner of the vehicle to the mark that you just got. That's where we're going to position the reflector.
¿Sabes qué factura que vamos a poner?
Yep. Okay, setting up. All right, so the distance, the height on the thing, let me go see what it is. Hold on. And now we're gonna command the calibration. The reason why we are doing this is because this vehicle had that blind spot radar sensor replaced. So that's the option that we're going to select on this video. The reflector that we have is B out of this screen. So este es el video que vamos a hacer para la calibración de del blind spot. El reflector que tenemos es el B. Eso que vieron ahorita son las medidas donde lo vamos a instalar. Vamos a poner aquí también la otra parte del video donde sacamos las medidas. So these are the tools needed for this procedure. So, but we did already. So we have those. The setup that we have is A. So lo que tenemos es la letra A. Los otros serán los requerimientos que se ocupan. That's the distance that we have behind the car and to the side of it. Es la distancia que se ocupa para el lado trasero y el lado izquierdo. So, if we go to the setup, it's going to tell us that we have to get that position. I'm going to click on this thing so you can have a better idea of what that is. That's one of them. We have to mark that position on the floor. Tenemos que sacar esa posición en el piso. And then the other one in the back. So if you go take a look underneath your vehicle, you will see this. I'm gonna try to put those pictures here because I think Gustavo took some pictures. So we're just gonna mark that on the floor. Vamos a marcar eso también en el piso. And we're gonna hit next, okay? So here's asking us to do these two measurements. So from point A to point Z, and then from point B to point Z. They should intersect. I'm going to give you the distances. Te voy a dar las distancias. Del A a la Z y del B a la Z tienen que ¿cómo se dice?
Tienen que
intersectar. Tienen que intersectar. So the distance is going to be 4,678 millimeters from A to Z, and 1,818 millimeters from B to Z. And then if you did it correctly, you should have a distance of about 1.5 meters from the point to the corner of the vehicle. So la distancia son 4.678 milímetros de la letra A a la Z y 1.888 de la letra B a la Z. Si lo hicieron correctamente, en donde intersectan, tienen que tener una distancia de aproximadamente 1.500 milímetros de la esquina del carro a la intersección. So we're going to click next, and your setup should look like that. We're going to click next. Ahí sí tiene que estar su posicionamiento. And now we're going to click exit because that's just the setup. So vamos a salir de aquí porque eso nada más era para posicionar. We're going to hit OK. Okay, it says not to do it if we haven't placed the thing, which we did. So dice que no prosigamos hasta que esté puesto el frame. So these are instructions for the reflector itself. Son instrucciones para el reflector. Hay que ponerlo a nivel y a la distancia nos la va a pedir ahorita. Distance is going to be that. The height is going to be 601.5 millimeters. La distancia del piso hacia arriba va a ser de 601.5 milímetros. We're going to hit OK. We're going to make sure the ignition is on. The ignition is on, right? Yeah.
Let me double
We're
check.
just going to make sure the ignition is on.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. And asegurarnos que esté prendido el ignition. And we're going to hit OK. Now, after we click OK, this thing is going to attempt. It's going to check for the deviation of that sensor. Actually, what it's going to do is it's gonna launch a radar signal, and then it's gonna wait for that to come back to the sensor, and then measure that deviation. Okay. So lo que va a hacer va a mandar señal de radar y en el ángulo en que regrese es lo que va a identificar la desviación que tenga el sensor. So now it's attempting to do, and we have 0.6 of a degree. So I'm going to check for the specification on this, but if this alignment is successful, it's because it's within specs. So vamos a chequear la especificación, vamos a tratar de poner aquí, pero si pasó es porque está bien el ángulo. Turn the ignition off.
You want me to turn it off?
Yeah, turn the ignition off. So we're going to turn the ignition off.
The off.
Okay, ignition's off. We're going to click OK. And then we're going to turn the ignition back on.
There's on.
Okay, now we're going to read fault codes again. So vamos a escanear otra vez para ver qué códigos tenemos. We didn't have a code on this vehicle actually. We're doing this because the sensor was replaced. Okay, no teníamos códigos ahorita, no teníamos antes, lo hicimos la calibración porque el sensor se reemplazó. So that's it for now. This is how you calibrate that blind spot sensor in the back. So hopefully you like the video. Share it with your friends, whoever you think might like it. Compartan el video ahí y nos vemos hasta la próxima.